This is international soccer celebrity Chris Doran, and you're listening to ACES Radio.
Now, shall we begin?
You are now listening to an altogether less fashionable variety of soccer podcasts. Broadcasting live from the capital city of Columbus, Ohio. Welcome to
ACES Radio.
I got the new wings with the zebra flavor sauce.
I've given this no thought whatsoever.
Hashtag probably riding cock.
They're in your face, they're a little different. I think it's super cool. I love them. Jamie, you ignorant slut.
Hold on to your butts.
Now, here are your hosts, Morgan Hughes, John Zadar, and Darby Schnarpus.
Oh, yeah, baby. Ignorant sluts, shitlords, and celebrity fans alike. If you're here, sound of my voice, it's already too late. You're tuned in to the latest, the lamest, and possibly last episode of ACES Radio. It's a Buffalo Bills podcast only. Coming up tonight on the program, Cruisers FC drop one at home to DC United. That makes 3 in a row, and the sky is falling. The panel will discuss cracking the code. Tonight it makes its triumphant return as we try to decipher what Caleb Porter means when he uses words. Man balls, their backdraps, and they're thrown about as liberally as ever. I welcome you back to the show, my friend. I remind you, as always, that I'm a number one CBJ lad. Segment 2. The rarest of all rare treats as a celebrity guest, unlike any other, which we don't mean as a compliment, stops by the show. Mark Buchenvich is here, bitches. That's a weird last name. I says to him, that's a weird last name. What's up with that last name? It's weird. On segment 3, we head live on Periscope for your hot takes, a.k.a. the battle for the grand prize, and sweet mother of God. A log jam at the top of the standings this week, fellas, as users A, B, C, D, E, F, and Sierra Berhalter return to battle for hot take supremacy. Prediction scores, prediction updates, cruisers at Houston Dynamo, Hang On Tour, the Axe Attack War, and so much fucking more. Brought to you as always by benevolent corporate overlord sponsors Blood and Urine, broadcasting live from the beautiful front room here at Endeavor Brewing Company. My name is the continuing champion, Morgan Hughes, aka the number one handsy boy. And I'm joined as always by AAA, the absentee amateur artist himself, Captain Jean-Luc, the wet boy Zadar, and everyone's favorite ancient ruin, Darby, the 40-year-old man-child Schnarfus. Fellas, mapaches, lads from different dads, brothers from different mothers, and amigos, Dakish Ammo. How in the hell have you been?
It feels like it's been months and months and months since we've been here recording a podcast.
It does feel, well, it's been...
Save the Crew has more wins in the past 2 weeks than the crew has all month.
That's not true. The soccer team, you mean?
Yeah.
The Save the Crew pickup team sucks balls.
Well, no, not that team. The group of people who like keep winning awards and shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a good joke. We'll edit laughter into that later.
Probably not.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Droll the Scrinface. Also joining us today, none other than the wetness, the wet boy, Sean Sitar. How have you been, my friend?
Morgan, so good to be here.
Oh my God, it's Alex Thomas, what? Filling in as friends only, just as friends. For John.
Yeah, you've been filling in for
Alex
the last
Thomas
hour
has
or
entered
so.
the game.
That's right.
Yeah.
But just as friends.
Yeah.
Why would we be inside of each other
If we weren't that friends.
Yeah. Because of the friendship, mostly is why I'm inside of you.
Deep inside
Of each other.
the friendship.
Right now,
as friends.
Our friend John is deep inside the Avengers. He's much more than just friends with them.
He's got his, what is that thing called? Like the Eternal Wand, the Wizard Stick Pokemans thing, where like if you get all of it, it disassembles everyone for eternity or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Power Glove?
that's definitely it.
Yeah,
That's all good.
the Nintendo Power Glove.
That's right. He's got that forever.
We'd like to welcome everybody in the listening audience who's under the age of 40 and has no idea what the fuck we're talking
He's
about.
in the Humble Dingus Power Glove Whippledorf.
That's right. His
It's
wizard castle.
House
Eternity
Clan.
War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His wizard castle will beat Dumbledore.
Hopefully he catches some of the Pokemans.
He is out there catching Pokemans. I know it. Him and Joey DiNapoli.
Right,
What are
inside
you
the
talking
theater.
about it?
Like,
Where do you think those two store their mobile bees when they're there?
I don't know. But I better recharge.
Yeah.
It better be hot and it better be wet.
You know they're going in there with colostomy bags. Man. They're like, 3-hour movie, no peeing,
What?
no
It's
blinking.
3 hours?
Yeah, it's 3 hours.
Oh, no.
3 hours and 1 minute.
Fuck.
Because they were like,
Pam and I
no,
are
we
going
can't
to see
get
it on
under the
Saturday.
No.
morning. Yeah.
Don't buy a drink when you go into the theater. Pee beforehand.
Yeah.
Don't buy a drink.
Okay.
Wear light blue.
Yeah.
Because that's the team of like the champions.
That's
I guess.
my Wizard Castle. You know I'm Ravenclaws.
Yeah, I know you
I'll be
are.
rooting for Ravenclaws in the Infinity War.
Yeah.
That's what I'll be doing. Drabs, back to you. Okay. 3 pieces of housekeeping, lads, before we get in the meat and potatoes of Aces Radio. First and foremost, as always, please remember to rate and review us immediately. I haven't checked to see if anyone's done that since Drabs did it, but please do that. And we are obsessed with it
Yeah,
momentarily.
this is like Airbnb. If you don't tell us how bad we're doing, we can't do better.
Right.
Or really any product.
Right.
Yeah.
Those cameras aren't going to hide themselves.
Well,
They won't.
I just reviewed my Airbnb, so that was why it was in my brain. The Montreal trip. Yeah. Had to do these disgusting animals don't have washcloths conversation.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God. Did we have a conversation about that in Montreal? Drabs is upset, Alex.
Fucking
that
savages.
I saw some
He
about
went
that.
to Walmart in French Canada to buy washcloths.
Yeah, like the saddest Walmart in the history of Walmart.
Yeah, but they were just like cheaply tie-dyed pieces of cloth, right?
Yeah, no, the dye was literally just running
like
off
bled
of them
out.
in the shower.
Are you sure that wasn't like...
The host, when we asked her, was like, we have hand towels. That's not what you wash yourself
Yeah,
with.
that's a weak excuse.
Hey, wash yourself with hands and soap. Bar soap.
God, I'm never shaking your hand again.
What about
Morgan.
Pam Purdy's
Put it
butt
up.
suds or whatever
Yeah.
they were?
Pam Purdy's vagina wash for vaginas only.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. Second piece of housekeeping. Shout out to the Columbus Blue Jackets. When we last recorded, the CBJ were down 3-0 in Game 1. Tonight, they kick off their second round series against the Boston Bruins after sweeping the President's Trophy winning Tampa Bay Lightning. So, hooray. That's, you did it.
Some would suggest real lads would be either recording a podcast and watching that game, or they would be at the Wizard War.
Jackets on the power play.
I mean, I won't say that this podcast was personally responsible for the Jackets turning things around, but you're right. Things looked hopeless in Game 1 while we were recording, and then things happened.
Adam Foote. Moving on. The third and last piece of housekeeping, lads. Shout out to the new meme shit poster on the subreddit known as The Massive, who just titles everything #butts, #Santos sluts. What? I have no idea what that's about, but I like it very much. Darby, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that's a trickle-down effect. The MLS subreddit started allowing like a Meme Monday.
Meme Monday, and it's great.
It was just shit posts everywhere. Like
yeah.
if you wanted any sort of actual news or conversation, forget about it. It was just all memes.
Where am I going to get my attendance threads?
Oh, God. That's true. It
I
did
fucking hate
blur
MLS
that shit
subreddit.
out. Yeah.
It's like 7
I
different
downvote those
attendance
every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Every single time.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Moving on, Cruisers FC last night, lads, taking on, it still says Revolution on my goddamn notes, but it was not. It was the DC United Rough Lads. Formation, your 4-2-3-1 with starters Zach Steffen in net, Jimenez, Mensah, Josh Williams, and Francis across the back, Artur and Trapp in the middle, Sanch, Higuain, Merrim on the wings and attacking mid, and your boy Jossi's Artis up top. Your subs, Robinho came on for Merrim blissfully in the 76th, about 15 minutes late, if you're asking me. And Patrick Mullins came on for Artur in the 83rd. You'd think with 3 games in 8 days, we might use all of our subs, but nah. Your cards. Josh Williams picks up a yellow in the 25th. It's been a while. And Hector Jimenez picks up a yellow in the 69th for simulation.
Pulling at Pedro.
That's right. Your goals. Wayne Rooney gets DC United off the schneid in the 27th on a free kick, and that is how it finishes. Lads, Drabs, we go to you first. After a home unbeaten streak of 12 games dating back to June of 2018, the crew have now lost back-to-back home games. Is the sky falling for you, my friend?
It's not falling. It's certainly trembling. We're now at a point where 9 games done with the season. We've got 8 goals, which puts us at 21st in the league in goals per game. Not great. And of those 8, you think about 3 of them being set pieces.
Center backs.
That our center backs are heading in. Mm-hmm. 2 of those were goals where a defender handed the ball to Pedro and he put it in.
Yeah.
So basically we have 3 of what you consider to be normal soccer goals, where there's like run of play, build up, an assist, and a score in 9 games. That's not great. I don't like that. This is attractive attacking soccer from what we've been told for years now.
Yeah.
I'm not attracted to it, and it doesn't seem to be attacking. Pedro is the only attacking player in the month of April who has scored a goal for us, and that was the chip.
Yeah.
That's it. In a month of soccers.
Yeah. It's tough to watch. It's especially when you start 4-1-1, and you have this looming thing where Zach Steffen's leaving soon, and we had 6 out of our first 9 games at home. You would want to come out of that stretch with, for sure, more than 3 legitimate goals, but also with a shitload of points. And it looked like we were on that path, but Alex, it didn't turn out that way. Let me ask you this, Uncle Alligator, Alex Thomas, filling in for the wetness. We've been trotting out the 4-2-3-1 for 7 consecutive seasons now, dating back to 2013. Is it time to try something new?
Well, yeah, I think we're getting, things potentially are a little stale. I mean, if I don't know if we've crossed that threshold where Porter is coming and said, I'm just going to sit back and observe this for 3 or 4 games and figure out what the hell's going on before I start tweaking things. But, if this is still a Berhalter product, Sans, Valenzuela, and Awful coming up the sides, I mean, it's a wounded bird to begin with, and I don't know that without some major shakeup, how we're going to change the look at this team because it's so baked in. The players have been. It's been just drilled into their head that this is how we're going to play. This is what we need to adhere to. And once that starts falling apart and there's nobody at the helm that's just going to say, I offer you this different idea, I don't know if it's time to start pulling out different formations or what's going to happen. It's weird, and I think we've been figured out. And I think that there's things that's more worrisome watching the games where they're indicative of a little bit of banging your head against the wall by the team. You're starting to see guys bunching up a lot more, or 2 players occupying the same space, and that to me is that's where things start to get really, really worrisome. And it's like the fraying at the edge of the carpet there. I saw a lot of times last night where there were 2 of our players that were within 5 yards of each other when they shouldn't have been. They're both racing towards the same ball. So where's that communication? Where's the positioning where we can kind of start spreading out? It's not great.
Well, that Jacob Myers posted the picture of the shot/cross that Hector took, and what you saw was 3 of our players lined up vertically in the box, no front post, no back post. All 3 of them
north south, not east.
North south,
right?
So
you gain nothing by that.
You
gain nothing
doing
by
there. 2 guys can totally wipe out that entire attacking set by just standing there.
Yep.
And they did.
Speaking of crosses, 44 of them yesterday. Second most for an MLS team this season.
7 of which were successful.
Right, yeah.
7.
That's not even good as a baseball percentage.
Yeah, you'd be in the minor leagues if that were your hitting percentage.
And we're not a team with a Kai Kamara waiting for the ball in the middle of the box. We're a team with Jonsi Zardes up top, and he's not going to win games by himself with 100 crosses. Something's got to give. This is... And I understand there's an argument to be made that this is Caleb Porter, 9 games in his career using a Greg Berhalter built team, which is built to just death by 100 crosses. But when it's like that definition of insanity is doing the same thing 100 times and expecting a different outcome. I watch them pepper the opposing defenders in the middle of the box with these crosses that are so easily, dealt with, and I'm like, what? Something's got to give. I mean, whether it's a 2 forward system and you get rid of one of your D mids, I don't know, but the 100 crosses it's not working anymore.
No, it's not. There were 88 crosses over the past 3 games. Not one of those led to a goal.
Yeah, but the thing about this DC one. Or even the Montreal one, there were opportunities created where 1 or 2 of those goals go in or a call slides our way, and we're looking at a different point total over the last 3 games. For me, the worrisome one was Portland. Complete debacle, right? But let's say we snatch one out of Montreal.
Pants shitting.
Yeah, and the Montreal one goes a different way. We're not having the same discussion. We're missing two starting backs, and it's 3 games in 8 days, and the guys look a little confused out there right now. I mean, I don't think the sky's falling, but
are fullbacks the ones who really make our offense run?
Harrison, awful.
I mean, I know
would
that.
argue is like,
don't get me wrong. Yeah, they're both good, but that's still worrisome.
No, it
that
is.
If your offense can't click without your fullbacks contributing,
Well, what happens is we lose dimension, and a team like Montreal or DC just parks the bus, and we're screwed.
Oh, that's
we
it.
have no creativity.
This team is absolutely unable,
There's no ideas.
100% unable to do anything against a compact defense.
I guess that's what I'm saying.
You score 1 goal against a crew, and
that's
please
it. Park it,
collect
you're
your
done.
3 points.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
That's it. There's no creativity.
Yeah. Well, when Giovanni Cerisi said, "We knew where all of their passes were going,"
Right.
There's
a tell in that.
Like that should be a wake up call.
Well, and Caleb Porter himself saying, "I've never coached a game where we've put this much pressure, had this many shots, and nothing's come of it." Like that's a tell too. Like something's not quite right.
That's some soccer god
I
shit.
guess
that
I misspoke
hate.
saying
hate
that like they're not creative enough, because I've seen plays the last 3 games that are goal worthy. You know, there's been some amazing, very close heel passes and interchanges that deserve a goal, and they're amazing. But there's just not. It's not happening for whatever reason right now. So the guys have it. It's just we need to get more linear.
As soon as the opposition has a chance to put 8 guys in the box,
you're done for them.
They're going to do that, and it doesn't matter how creative you are because you're shooting into a wall, and apparently nobody other than Wayne Rooney can score when shooting into a wall.
Yeah, and soccer is not kissing your sister. Close doesn't count for shit.
Nope, no consolation points
for shit. Fuck the soccer gods. Fuck the goals will come. That is something that losers talk about. That is a losing team mentality.
What would it just to put something out hypothetically? What would it hurt right now to put backup players into the game on offense? Literally take both wingers and Higuain and Zardes. And I know this is throwing the baby out with the bathwater, but the starters have scored no goals. Mm-hmm. Backups can score no goals, just the same.
Right.
But they have the potential to do more because they're hungry, because they're waiting, because they want to prove themselves.
Who are you talking, like a J.J. Williams? Like people who
absolutely,
aren't
I think
loan,
absolutely. I would love to see J.J. Williams on the field. He wasn't even in the 18 last night, and I have no idea why.
I'd love to see J.J. Williams and José Zardes on the field. I'd like to at least see someone. I'd like to see us try a two-forward
second
system.
dimension. Yeah.
Well, here's the deal: these guys have been on top of a soccer ball for the majority of their lives, right? Majority of their adult lives. They know what the hell's going on. If Porter decided to go some crazy shit and throw 2 forwards up top and like some insane ass formation, I'll tell you right now that the other team hasn't prepared for that.
Yeah.
There is no tape on that right now. And we have talent, and these guys are old enough to like be like, all right, let's go try it. We have nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. We've been running out
playing a defensive midfielder at this point as far back as he's coming to collect a ball.
Yep. He's just everywhere. We've been running out this same team in this same formation for a number of seasons now, and it's like,
Dude, when the opposing coach says, we know what they're going to do.
Yes.
Boom, done for.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You're toast
Yeah.
if that's the thing.
1 goal, collect your 3 points. My last hot take about this game is when the Open Cup starts up this year, focus entirely on it. We're not good enough to compete for Supporters Shield or MLS Cup. It's the only way we're winning silverware in 2019. I want this team. See, I agree with you. If we're going to trot out a Nico Hansen, J.J. Williams, Chris Mullen, whoever the fuck else, Eduardo Sosa, like, do it in the regular season. I don't want fucking around in the Open Cup. We go for that this year, period, or I'm becoming a Seattle Sounders fan.
Yeah,
period.
Why didn't we have rotation in this 3-game and 8
no shit
day stretch?
We trotted out this starting 11 sans
starting 11.
Rubinho.
And also you didn't use your subs.
Yeah.
You used them late and you only used 2.
76 and 83rd, and you just left 1 on the bench.
Yeah.
Down a goal, chasing a goal.
The DC loss is going to come back to bite us. That's the one where you don't want to drop the 3 points.
The Portland one is just a kick in the dick. Yeah, they still only have 4 points. That was their first win of the year. They had 1 point coming into that.
That one's worrisome, man.
DC is top in the East, but they've also been flat lately.
Yeah.
absent how our team is performing, this was your best chance to steal points from DC United because they haven't been world beaters right now.
They hadn't won here since 2007.
2007. That's right.
Yeah, like they're not getting results at home.
12 years. That's like our Chicago or some shit. Like where you just go there and you can't explain why you don't win there.
Shout out to the 5 rough lads that were shirtless. The DC United screaming all
day.
day.
Yeah, they had midweek traveling fans. Yeah. Respect to that.
Shout out. Let's go around the table, Latin term for podcast hosts, and get our color impressions out of the way. Drabs, we start with you. Your color impressions of Cruisers FC DC United.
My color impressions, much like this lovely Baker Believes beer, courtesy of Endeavor Brewing, we're going with brown. The crew are wearing the brown pants, and they have no intention of taking them off.
A shout out to episode 1 of ACES Radio, the brown pants. Love to hear it. Alex Thomas, your color impression.
I'm going to go with maybe orange. Orange is in like it's.
Yikes.
We're not code red.
Code orange?
Code orange.
Yeah, we're getting there. It's
DEFCON 4.
Approaching. Yeah, we're going to see, and we're playing Houston this weekend, so there's
I forget which way
it's going to be orange there too. So I'll go with orange.
My color impression is red, white, and blue. Like the fucking Blue Jackets, because I'm a Blue Jackets lad now. Look at the jersey, motherfuckers. That's right.
Nice.
And you have your own name on the back of your jersey.
I do, because I don't like Blue Jackets players enough to get one on a jersey.
And, I mean, you could at least name some, one would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big Adam Foote guy.
Yeah.
Yep. Jeff Carter, love that guy. Those are my favorite 2 lads. Other than that, it's also the color.
Yellow Beach, Columbus Crew.
Ah, fantastic. Moving on. Drabs, what if I told you there was a cure for the scourge? That is, I don't know, game 1 in Boston.
Is it winning Morgan?
That's right, Drabs. They say the only cure for the scourge, that is game 1 of your first ever second round playoff series in franchise history, is knowledge.
And now,
Whoop-de-doo.
an ACES radio exclusive.
What does it all mean, Panther?
Cracking the code. They say it.
Everything we do is for the city.
What?
We explain it.
Who we are is for the city.
You reap the benefits.
What? They speak English and what? What? English, motherfucker! Do you speak it? Yeah!
And it's all for Columbus.
For Columbus, indeed. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls alike, to another edition of Cracking the Code, where we take something that Greg Berhalter said, and we always work hard to get you hot deals.
Not cool, because I'm always working hard to get you special deals.
Fantastic, Ralph. Thanks. This week's Cracking the Code clip comes to us from none other than Cleb Porter. So I walked up to Cleb Porter after the game last night, and I said, first of all, hello. And he said, Morgan, let me stop you right there. What is that? Is that deodorant that I smell? And I said, yes, I washed myself today, and I put it on. He said, oh, my God.
Did you use a washcloth?
No. Oh, my God, I used a loofah because I'm a real man. I use body wash. It invigorates as it seals in the moisture traps. So I says to Cleb Porter, I says, hey, your impressions of the match, my friend. And he had the following to say in 3, 2, 1.
I'm telling you that we're dominating, right? That's the good. The bad is it doesn't mean anything unless you score. I do think the way we played was the way we want to play. But the most important thing is to get the goal. And that's been an enigma for us the last 3 games. Hashtag YOLO swag 24/7 blaze. Let me smash.
Fantastic. Thanks to Cleb Porter. I don't know what YOLO swag 24/7 blaze it means, but front office seems to be all about it. So this to me is very close to the goals will come. I mean, and I think all of us are still a little, crew fans have been around long enough to not kind of, deal well with another era of the goals will come. Short leash for you, Drabs, or is this, are you more Sunshine Brigade with Caleb Porter right now, or are you hang the DJ straight up fire Caleb Porter on day one?
As frustrated as I am, it does take a coach a while to implement a system. And I always saw this hire as like we're not going to have time to rebuild our roster. We have to worry about our front office and building. So let's just find a guy who can keep doing roughly what we've been doing the past couple of years, which has been slightly to moderately successful, enough to usually get us into the playoffs and then go screaming out. He's, we can be nervous, but technically in the East this year, 1.4 points per game is a solid playoff spot, especially now that you've got 7 teams going into the playoffs.
Yep.
It's not panic time. I'm annoyed as shit. I'm angry at the end of games, and I hate that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we got to keep going. I really want to see Porter start doing something different. It doesn't take that long to implement his system because it's largely the same thing. I mean, there's nuanced differences. Whether that's
I was
a new
told
formation.
it would just be more aggressive.
Right, yeah. And hard no, it has not been.
No.
Unless aggressive is setting up so that all 11 players can be on defense, and then you have to aggressively fight through an entire team to try and score. No, I want to see him do something different, whether it's formation change, whether it's some new players on the field, whether it's using all of his goddamn subs. We need something, but I'm not
Gam and Tam.
Yeah, I'm not ready to fire him yet. We start off with high expectations because we did come out of the gate fast.
Yep.
And now we're falling back to where this team probably is.
4-1-1, first in the East.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hate to see it. Now, what are we now? 4-1-4?
Yeah, 4 wins, 4 losses, and a tie.
Awesome.
We're 500 ball, baby.
Love it. Alex Thomas, are you more Sunshine Brigade or are you more Hang the DJ?
It's not good enough, dude. I don't want to hear enigma out of this guy's mouth. Like, you're the fucking goal whisperer, right? Like, you came here, you have this, like, hunger in your heart.
I mean, he said the right things to us. He said what we wanted to hear.
Well, let's fucking roll then. Let's do this. Why are we pussyfooting around, man? Throw some shit out there. Like, have some inspired coaching. I want to see some crazy shit. Fucking 3-game skid. Come on, dude.
He hasn't been screaming like the Caleb Porter we saw
That's
in the
fine.
past.
Maybe he's like, still figuring stuff out, but I'm with you. Where the hell are the subs? Not that that's like the do-all, end-all, but...
I mean, the starting 11 isn't the answer. We know that.
Yeah.
Bro, it's the
at least not right now.
In your third game of, like, trash.
Back-to-back
something.
home losses.
It's an enigma why we can't figure... Aren't you hired to, like, crack the code?
I mean, it's not an enigma. Score fucking goals.
Right.
That is the 100 most obvious thing. You cannot win a game if you don't score a fucking goal.
Yeah.
It's a long season, but...
3-game losing streak, 1 goal.
Yeah, maybe that means pushing guys forward. Maybe it means that, Will and Artur actually get in the box instead of just having 2 guys waiting on the end of those 44 fucking crosses.
Or maybe you take
playing up the
Artur
middle.
out or Will out and you put another forward in there just to see, just as friends. Just as
get
friends.
Inside of it.
Just to see how it feels in there.
Right.
To explore your friendship, explore your body.
Find the spaces, the cavities.
Yeah, get in my space.
Right.
Get in between my 2 trunks and get right down the middle and hammer it home, baby. Just hammer it directly inside.
Fill that net, score that goal.
Yeah. Put that ball in there. I want to feel it inside.
Right.
Is what you would say, just as friends, though. I want to see some. I'd like to see something happen. Anything. Just practicing finishing at Obet's, an extra 20 minutes of finishing practice is fine, but it can't be the answer. It's not going to be the answer to scoring 1 goal in 3 games. Maybe we come out like a werewolf with the chainsaw for a penis on Saturday at Houston, and the goals come, and we all came. We all come at the same time together as friends, and that'd be great.
Right. Celebratory.
Yeah, I'd like to feel that. Just to see
fireworks going off everywhere.
Right,
yeah, move it around in there. Let me know that you got it. Is what I would say. I'd like to see something happen. I don't know what it is, but I don't think saying that we're doing finishing drills at Obet's is going to get it done.
What was it like? We're playing inspired, or like this is how we should be playing. I'm happy with how we're playing. Or,
yeah. Well, you're going to dominate possession. Oh, we were dominating. Well, yeah, the team on the road is up a goal, and they're bunkering. Of course, you're going to dominate possession.
Well, possession doesn't score goals,
right? And we really didn't dominate possession yesterday. By the way,
at this point, I would rather be the bunker and counter team ourselves.
Totally,
I'll give up possession if it means 2 goals in a game.
Yeah,
in a heartbeat. I don't need to watch the prettiest game where my team dominates the entire time. I need to watch games where we win.
Yeah, fuck your 44 crosses. I'll take 10 shots on goal.
Yeah,
and that might get it done. You know what? That's what we say, and I think now the studio audience knows.
And knowing is half the battle.
Say what again?
He's absolutely right.
Say what one more goddamn time.
I hate doing podcasts like in a losing streak. Like, it's not fun. I'm not happy. I don't like this. It's raining outside. And this is stupid. That's what I would say about that. Back to you, Ralph.
Friends of the Ralph Shadell Show can save 10% on purchases over $25 using promo code Get Ready for This. Write it down. Super hard. Ralph. That's pretty dang cool.
Moving on. Man Balls of the Week, combination of Man of the Match and Game Balls, which as a term is too long, as opposed to John Zadar's genitals, which are perfectly formed and very short. Drabs, we go to you first. Your 2 Man Balls of the Week, my friend.
Both my man balls go to Brent Miller. Nobody on the crew roster deserves a man ball.
All right, that's fair. Alex Thomas, your 2 man balls.
I'm not giving any out either. In fact, I'm going to take one away. I'm taking one away from the lady in the stadium that wouldn't sell me a beer because I had to get my driver's license renewed. Yeah.
She said you look too young.
It was expired driver's license? She said we can't take that?
No, I mean, so here's how it goes, not to bore anybody, but you go there and you have to get this like compliant new one.
Yep.
Where you have to prove yet again that you're a citizen, that you're still a
birth
citizen,
certificate.
and the one they issued you that you're turning back in, I guess, wasn't valid. They didn't
And then
check
they have to mail it to you.
They don't check you to tax you, or they don't check you to like take your money anywhere. But if it's time to like show yet again that you're still a person, so they punch some holes in it, and she's like, I can't. It's expired. I'm like, well, here, I have this piece of paper that they handed me to like validate my thing. She's like, no.
Also,
I'm sorry.
That's
Like,
law. Granted, I look 100 years old.
That's true.
But I have not been carded in Mafre.
Wouldn't do it.
In the past 5 years.
Wouldn't do it. She said that's for driving.
Fuck out of
Fuck
here.
you, girl.
Yep.
Fuck you. That's so dumb.
And I walk up, I'm like, hey, girls, you're up here every game. Yeah, great. How you doing? Great. Can I have a beer? Yeah, sure. Let me see that ID. Okay. Oh, that has holes in it. No, can't do it. Won't do it.
Oh, that is just so frustrating.
It's rude.
Fuck our
And did you
state
say,
government.
listen, I am the Uncle Alligator?
Nah, she didn't care.
I don't know if you know,
Wasn't
but you're
having it.
about to know.
Wasn't having Now, you want an AK-47 out of somebody's trunk on the West End at a swap meet? No ID required.
Yeah.
No.
Want a beer at Mafre?
You seem like a good person. We'll let you buy that assault rifle.
Yeah, sure. No sweat. You want to buy a beer here? Oh, that has holes in it. You weren't, that's expired now. 3 days. It's 3 days
The
old.
difference between a loophole and an ID hole. I pay attention to the news. My 2 man balls of the week. Number 1, I got to give it to Pedro Sanch. He's the only.
How dare you?
He's our MVP of the year so far, and I mean, I think that's pretty sad.
Yeah, that is much more of a statement about the play of the rest of the team than an endorsement of Pedro.
Yeah. My second man ball goes to Andres Mendoza for being possibly the greatest player in franchise history, and that is it. That is all we have for you on segment 1. You got anything to add, Drabs?
You're right. Losing podcasts suck.
I know.
This must be what Podcast for Columbus feels like.
This is this is what Zadar feels like every Wednesday. Except it's Thursday, and here we are again. If you've enjoyed the Shed Lordery and the Depression on segment 1, I've got some great news for you. We're coming back on segment 2 with Mark Vukovic, who's supposed to be here already, and he's not. I wonder if he'll show up. That would be no segment 3 last week, maybe no segment 2 this week. My friends, my mapaches, my amigos, you're listening to the trash pit known as ACES Radio.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Now we blasting off into the ozone. The way we kick it in the dojo is local for show. Though we paving the road that's opposed to the dodo. Going over your head like a top hat. Stop that. I know you hear me spitting these hot raps. Now watch that beat, cause it's about to drop. The Rockets is the 09 jump off. Yeah, yo. Last name Pan, first name Peter. I know you see me playing and you want me to teach you, but I stay elevated so that all God's creatures can hear me shout it out like my name is Aretha. Getting RESPECT. Fly by, see the looks on your faces. Cause I'm in full EFFECT. Jet setting on a daily basis. David F, man, you don't stop. David, you won't stop. We came to rock it till the city takes off. Mr. Captain, yeah, I'm an ace pilot, yeah. I wanna spin my wings and fly. To all the people in coach, yeah. And to my first class folks, yeah. We'll show you how to scrape the sky. Yeah. As the curvature of the earth takes shape, fly fast forward like a videotape and no cape.
me, ignorant sluts, shitlords, celebrity fans, Ron Tugnut, and all you fools supporting FC St. Pauli on your iPhones. Welcome back. It is episode, I have no fucking clue, of ACES Radio. I want to say 116? Yeah. 116 of ACES Radio. Welcome back to the Trash Pocket. And Drabs, you know what? I'm happy to be here. Did they just score? We just score? Okay, Brent, relax. Jesus Christ.
Don't get excited unless something is happening. Otherwise,
Naked Bottom
sit there
Bucket
quietly.
Boy just threw up his arms as if something good or bad had happened, but no. Nothing. Drabs, I'm happy to be here on a Thursday for the food truck.
Yeah?
I'm so sick of two fat Indians. I can't tell you.
Yeah, I mean, they're great guys. They have good food, but mixing things up. I got a sandwich from the Moody Trudy truck.
Oh, my God, it was
just
great.
Covered in cream cheese, which I appreciate as a non-mayo man.
Yes.
Having something that adds moisture to your sandwiches, not just fucking...
Well, you're wrong. Mayonnaise is delicious, and you're a communist, so...
Mayo is like the only thing you eat, basically, at this point.
It's very good.
Mayo and boiled chicken.
Ooh, now you're talking. That actually sounds like a delicious combination. I like that very much. Thank you for joining us, Drabs. Alex is here filling in for AAA. Thanks for being here. Alex, Brent Miller, is walking around naked with a bucket on his head.
It's 1 pixel.
That's right. If you're hearing the sound of my voice on segment 2, it can mean only one thing, Drabs. We have a celebrity guest in our midst. This week, we welcome to the program none other than celebrity fan. You'll know him from Save the Crew. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mark Vucinic. Mark.
That is the first time you've ever said my name correctly.
Vukovic.
He's like been practicing. I mean, not practicing, but he has said your last name repeatedly.
It's easier when you're wearing a hockey jersey.
It's like he's
it's a
working on
name.
it.
That's right. Did I spell it correctly on the screen?
Yes.
Vucinic?
Yes.
That's so weird. Why is it Vucinic? Why not Vukovic?
Because there's
no
other
second
towns
V.
in Serbia that have similar names too. I guess I don't know.
I invite you, as always, to speak directly into the microphone. There you go. Get close to it. Really get to know it as friends.
Get right in there.
So we're going to start you off with the same question we ask of all of our celebrity fans, and that is, how would crew fans know you?
That's a great question. Probably mostly from Save the Crew. I've kind of flown under the radar for the rest of my fandom, my soccermandom.
Yeah.
You did host a certain event featuring a certain jersey once upon a time.
Yeah, I was one of the MCs. We had multiple MCs at multiple events, but I was one of the MCs at the jersey event. That was important to me. I'm a kind of a jersey freak.
For Save the Crew, yeah.
Yeah.
You put that event together personally because you're a King Avenue 5 guy.
Right? Yeah,
R.I.P.
You were.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Isn't that it's reopening as something else now?
Yeah, Natalie's Coal-Fired Pizza is going to do some new concept there, which is perfect for them because it sucks getting kicked out for a show or buying a ticket.
Yeah, that place drives me nuts. Like their original Clintonville spot where it's like, oh, 8 o'clock, get the fuck out unless you paid for a ticket.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. Do they do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the business setup's completely weird.
I've never even heard of Natalie's
pizza extortion.
Pizza. Is it?
It's good pizza. It's good food.
It's fantastic.
But yeah,
I'm
when
excited.
you're like, oh, you have to leave your table because somebody wants to listen to music now.
Yeah. King 5 was what a weird place. It was such a weird place. Was it a restaurant? Was it a bar? Was it a music hall? And that weird, like, little fucking room up front with a pool table. Like, everything seemed so off kilter there. But I loved it. I used to watch crew games there before like soccer bars became a thing.
Yeah, that's what Kevin McCullough he said they used to go there often.
Yes. Yeah, it was good stuff. Mark, we're going to ask you this question, and I don't mean your family. I don't mean your weird last name that should be Vukovic. Where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
I grew up in Steubenville, Ohio.
Stupidville!
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
You can totally call it Steubenville.
What, my girlfriend in ninth grade, a summer between 8th and 9th grade, she dated a guy from Stupidville after me, and I hated Stupidville because of that. That's why.
Yeah. Well, there's other reasons too, but
first girl I kissed, she broke up with me for some guy from Steubenville.
I mean, that's what literally
What
every
a dirty bitch.
Every junior high kid from any city other than Steubenville called it Stupidville.
Yeah, that's right.
Like that was universal across the state. If you had any awareness of them, played them in any sort of sport, it was absolutely Stupidville.
Now you'll know Steubenville is the place where rape happens.
Correct.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
All right. So how far away is Steubenville?
It's like 2.5 hours.
Jesus, I thought it was closer than that. They're screaming, Brent. Did something happen? just getting a lot of shots on goal.
Jackets are? No. Oh, the Bruins? Great. So talk to us about growing up in Stupidville. You've been a lifelong soccerman, is this correct?
Yes, which was very difficult there, actually. So that's a fantastic question.
Thank you.
He invented that question just for you today.
I
for
bet.
The first time
I've never
ever.
asked it of anyone else.
It doesn't hurt that we were out drinking with my parents until midnight last night.
That's right.
Somehow.
Yes.
Who were in town to see
Yeah.
Mr. Rooney.
I loved
They were in
hanging
town
out
to
with-
see not you and not our team and the team that you helped save, but
No,
Wayne Rooney.
they made good on their pledge. They bought a ticket package, but my dad is the reason I'm into soccer. Like, my dad came over from Europe. There was none of it. He wasn't even allowed to play sports until college. He walked on at OU when they had a men's team.
Weird.
And ended up, like, basically the captain by the time he was a senior. So he was very good. Just helped grow the game in my area, and that's why I grew up with it. And kind of, my first 2 worldly possessions were soccer balls in my crib.
I sat with your parents last night for like an hour and a half at Little Rock, and your dad didn't say anything.
He's asleep right now.
Yeah.
We wore him out.
He didn't say a single thing, and that place was loud, so he couldn't hear what we were talking about because he was sitting a little far away from the table. I kept like trying to make eye contact with him to like get him to be in the conversation. Like, this poor bastard. Me and you and your mom are just screaming at each other about, and we're all on the same side of every argument. And your dad's just sitting there, nothingness.
Yeah.
You said it's Serbian?
He's very stoic. Yeah, he's one of the more stoic Serbian dudes. He's not fiery.
So, who was flying that flag last night that had? Like,
Yeah.
I saw Neil Sika said something about the
Yeah.
Yugo 6. Like, it had a
Yeah,
bunch
we
of
were
like,
wondering. It was like right behind us in the.
Oh,
deck.
okay, so you guys, it was up above you
Yeah,
guys.
I was in 102, so it was like right
Yeah.
above us.
What
It
was this?
It was like a 6.
It was
big
Bosnia, Montenegro. Because someone asked me what it was. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, well, that's Serbia, that's Montenegro.
Ukraine
that's
was on there? Or?
Croatia.
Yeah, Croatia. I saw that one.
What, it was just a flag?
Albania.
flag.
yeah,
Yeah,
like a
other
set
flags?
of flags, just
It was
sort
a
of
one
randomly
flag that
hanging.
had 6
All the
flags
former
on it.
Yugoslav nations were like
Oh,
in this like mega flag.
weird.
It was weird. It's kind of
mean,
random.
Yeah. It was
I
a
feel
fun-
threatened.
This is a GCG back section. Who
Oh,
knows what goes
Jesus.
on
I don't feel threatened anymore.
there? You were in that section last night.
That's right. Well, yeah. I've
Maybe it
been,
was you.
I've been seen places, yeah. So you've always been a soccerman. Talk to us about getting into the crew specifically. So you grew up and there was no MLS because you're my age.
Yeah. So my first team that I kind of latched onto was Manchester United because. Go ahead. There it is.
There it is.
It was just one of those stroke of luck kind of things. There was a sports channel out of Pittsburgh called KBL. They had like the Penguins contract, which was like nothing at the time. And so they would use EPL games as filler between like 2 and 4 in the morning.
That sounds
Weird.
awesome.
Yeah, like old school.
That's
like,
cool.
and you
Hell
never
yeah.
knew who was on. They were always replays from like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You couldn't actually
weird.
follow the sport back then.
Yeah.
And so the first game I ever watched was against Leeds and Man United, and like Yeboah was on the team, Leeds at that time when they were actually in the Premier League. He was good, but like this dude Eric Cantona, I fell in love with him. He was badass. And then that Nike commercial where they're in hell, where like we got to see it in this country because Alexi Lawless was in it.
I like Alexi Lawless. I don't care who knows it.
Yeah. Well,
back to you.
That's the first time you've said that publicly. You've said that to me,
yeah,
but I don't know if you've shared that sentiment with the world.
Oh, okay.
You might want to delete that. In
I like
3,
Alexi Lawless
2,
a lot.
1.
And I don't care who knows it.
Clap.
He's a top lad. So back to you.
Yeah,
You're watching Manchester United.
yeah. So that was my team after that.
2 in the morning. Rough day for you yesterday, by the way, with the crew and Manchester United.
Yeah.
Rough day.
It was a little bit of consolation because I did get to see a sweet Rooney goal. That was the first time I've ever seen him, and I've liked him for 20 years. Obviously,
I was at
wanted
his
us to
last
win.
game at Old Trafford, by the way. I saw him score his last goal live
awesome.
in person.
Yeah, I was hoping for some kind of bicycle kick against Man City. But
Yeah.
there's no one left to do that.
No.
So when the crew started up, to get back to the point,
Yeah.
that was the closest team. And, I'm a Pittsburgh fan and everything else because I grew up like 20 minutes away from downtown Pittsburgh. Yeah.
So was your dad into the crew thing? Like, was he in tune to it?
Yeah, so I kind of was the guy who would like figure out what teams were what and like kind of self-taught.
Mm-hmm.
Like how the Premier League worked and what Serie A was. There was a lot of like Serie A fans in my town because there's a ton of Italians.
Yeah.
A lot of AC Milan fans. There was an old men's club that he used to play on the club team for back like when I was born.
Yeah, but that's like.
And they would
like Steel Belt, like that whole like
it was all
Ohio River
immigrants,
corridor was like hardcore.
It's a lot like Columbus. Like it's not that there was never soccer there. It's just it got drowned out in the 50s with like all the
American machismo shit or
football
whatever,
McCarthyism essentially.
Yeah, or
right.
baseball, whatever. You
Total Red Scare kind of stuff.
Yeah, all those mining towns and stuff, man, all immigrant.
Yeah, totally. Like some of the oldest teams in America are from like outside Pittsburgh, like Newcastle, Castle Shannon. You can go back to like the U.S. Open Cup in like 1909 and like they're fielding teams around there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so yeah, I was always into it because of that. And then when the Crew came out, I'd pick them because of the closest team.
Yeah.
And my dad was super supportive. He would bring us up for a couple games every year. It was cool. He was Serbian. Preki was Serbian, so we went to the Wizards game and like went down to the right next to the tunnel when he was like going in after the game, and he just starts yelling at him in Serbian, and he like came over, took pictures with us.
That's awesome, man.
Signed everything we wanted.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah, it was very, very cool.
But I mean, it's tiny little things like that.
Yeah,
like,
fan for life.
Right, and it only takes like one or two interactions with a player or a coach or whatever, and you've got a whole family hooked. And I mean,
absolutely,
it's not for nothing. And so when you have somebody like a Jonathan Mensah that comes over and like does what he does, or whatever player on whatever day that like can make a difference, like when Steve Clark did his thing with that fan in the stands recently in Columbus, and like here's a family who had a connection with him. That it's just meaningful. It's really cool.
I feel the same way when like there's Iraqi people that like travel to go see Justin Marin play, and like they stand outside.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So that happens, and then here we have a man that like instrumental in the salvation of the team. Like you never know when it's going to pay off.
Totally,
like, it's worth it. I guess is what I'm saying.
Well, let's get into Save the Crew. You were the one that kind of tipped off Zadar the night that the tweet of infamy came out, and he tipped me off. So like the way that I found out about Anthony Precourt's plan of ambitious authenticity was because of you. Talk to us about that.
Like I had a history teacher who would always say history hangs on a thin thread and like blows like a spider web and can go anywhere. So that's one of those weird things. You would have found out immediately anyway. You're so connected.
Totally. Oh my God, what a blessing! Great to have you back, Alex. Great to have you back.
Ever boost his ego.
You know what?
Like
Honestly,
this.
can I
What
take a
have
pause?
you done?
I want to award you a man ball for your connectedness.
Alex,
you're only taking man balls away today, Alex.
No, I'm going to give one to Morgan.
What a rare treat!
That's so true. Thanks, Mark, for bringing it up. You're so connected.
Thank you. Oh, Alex, you know what? I'd like to give you a man ball if you wouldn't mind.
Man.
Oh, what a treat!
These are invalid man balls.
Just as friends, though.
Are they invalid if they're inside another friend?
They're invalid if they're in segment 2.
Exploratory balls is what we call them. They're not man balls. Yeah. Back to you, Mark.
Doesn't like Zadar have to be a notary for the man balls? Is that how that works? So he's not here, so you
Who?
can't. You're right.
I just feel like they're enacting dogs in the tub right now. Is what's happening.
We don't know what that means because we didn't press record on segment 3 last week. Back to you, Mark.
That's right.
So how'd you find out? Or as much as you can say.
Yeah, so one of the people I work with was very connected to some people within the front office. He runs in that circle. And so he knew I was a huge Crew fan. We had a box at the time for my company. And so he would always like offer me tickets and stuff. It's kind of one of our bonds. He had no business being my friend. He was completely like 6 levels above me. So it was cool.
Yeah.
So when he texted me that, I remember the text was like, I'm getting some very strange Crew vibes tonight of the Austin variety. And I was just like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you talking about a move? And he was just like, that's what my sources are telling me. And like, I was out at a bar seeing a friend. I was actually at the Tree Bar. My friend was working, so I went in to see him, and like, the night just nosedived after that.
Oh yeah,
like,
I bet.
Did you think it was a joke initially?
No, because he wouldn't do that. Like he would be cryptic and stuff, but like if finally I was just like, fuck you, dude. Are you being serious?
Yeah. Right. Like, how do you follow that up? Because when somebody drops a piece of information like that, which is, at this point that you're talking about, has not been substantiated by a Grant Wall tweet or anything, like, what was going on in your head? What were you doing?
Immediately, I was like... So I was much more negative than... like, I was ready just to be done with the league entirely. Like, right there.
Yeah.
I was I started just mashing on my phone, like, all right, who can I text? And I texted Zadar,
Yeah.
and I texted Adam Kincaid, one of my other buddies who was like a crew buddy who I met through like a photo shoot that was done where I used to work for 614's cover. They did like a feature on crew fans like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So like I knew him from indoor, and I knew Zadar from pickup, who I just met happens chance. We went out to kick around at Jesse Owens, and he was like, "Hey, we have a pickup game. Do you want to play?" So that's how I met Zadar.
Nice.
So I had his number. I texted him right away, and he was just like, "What?" Like,
Yeah.
we're like, "This is impossible. This cannot happen." It was just shock.
Yeah.
Immediate shock.
Yeah.
And then a lot of drinking and a lot of anger.
I didn't believe it. John said, you know, I'm hearing that the crew are bad news is coming out tomorrow, and I think it's they're moving or something. I'm like, nah, come on, they're not fucking. You
I saw a tweet from Zadar that said like fuck.
Yeah.
And then I saw a tweet from you that said something like,
I said,
"Oh fuck."
Well, fuck.
Yeah,
That's
and
what
I
said.
and I knew enough to string those, like, those two aren't coincidental. And so I started looking, like, just rando on Twitter, like, what's some weird news that could be going on right now? I had never in a million years I thought it'd be that.
Yeah, John and I had just lost all of our Pokemons that we caught that day.
He's getting them back right now.
I know he is.
He's got the glove
Power
and
glove.
the wizard stick.
Yeah. Oh man, Ravenclaws. Yeah. So, to walk us through how you got involved with Save the Crew, other than like that first initial like telling all of us that.
Yeah, so I hit up Zadar with that, and then everything was kind of radio silent as you guys were doing the Hen Docs thing. That's now like lore in Save the Crew kind of history. I wasn't in a supporters group. I was a hooligan like 5 years before that. I worked on their website a bit through like Blake. So I was connected enough to the fan community. Like I said, my brother also worked on the field crew like in between like 07 and 09. So like great time to do it.
Yeah.
So I like knew enough about the team culture moving here, but I didn't go to a ton of games. I went to what I could, but I knew the fan culture enough. But I personally was just like over it. And then like Zadar hit me up like the day or so before the rally. It was already kind of planned, and he's like, "Hey, if you want to help, come set up. Like we could use you. Like we're gonna fight this." And as soon as he said like we're gonna fight this, I was like, "Fuck this, I'm in."
Yeah.
Like 100%. Anything I can offer, like let's do this. Whether it's hanging banners before the rally or just anything I can offer professionally or with connections or even ideas.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was great. There was, you and there was that time where like, God, that first week just seemed like 3 months.
Oh yeah.
Like, you think of everything that happened in that first like 2 week period of Save the Crew, where before we got our like machine up and running, it was we were bringing people on left and right. Like there was no leadership group, there was no month or weekly meeting. But by the time like people like you and David Miller and Tobias and all these people that hadn't been historically part of supporter groups, you guys came in and really like gave it a professional kind of feel, where before it was just like, oh, it's still the same people that do Tifo Sweat, and like it's all of the supporter group leaders and me and John and Darby. It's like ACES Radio meets Tifo Sweat meets a supporter group meeting, like And then the outsiders started coming in and we're like, okay, all right, this is a cool vibe. This is something new. Yeah.
And we had so many people offer to help too that we're just like, we just didn't have a place for them, which sounds horrible. So the rally happened, and then we had like that co-working space meeting down on Riverside. Like a couple days after that, and that's really when I like was introduced. John brought me in. The room was full of people. We heard from all different kinds of people. Some of them never really latched on. Some of them, were like Donnie. And like Katie Mitchell and people like that, who've always been kind of devoted.
The Capos were there, and then they left and never came back.
Well, I mean, so part of that meeting was I saw what John was dealing with on Slack, which was just insanity. It was just a general channel of just noise and anger and frustration. And so I offered to like not set up like an organization, but just set up like the different audiences we needed to talk to. So like we needed a government affairs kind of team.
Yeah.
So if you're good at that and you know people, do that. if you want to volunteer for like events that we're going to have, that's great. Let's have an event channel, a volunteer channel. If you know social media well, that's how we're getting all our traction. We need like
you guys that dealt with Slack and people like Darby that got all of the emails that dealt with all. Oh my fucking god, I can't even imagine.
It was such a joke.
Even
like
imagine.
Even early on, team@savethecrew.com, which everybody should email, by the way.
Yeah, email team@savethecrew.com.
Sign it up for.
Just tell them what's up. See how it's going.
And stop signing me up for the fucking Madonna fan club. And the damn Mike DeWine.
Whoever did that.
Emails.
Well done.
It's got to be like drinking out of a fire hose, though. Initially, I mean, just
God,
fires coming from like all angles and like trying to like.
And you had access to the social media accounts, right?
I did not have like root level. Like I wouldn't like an admin. Like I don't have any Instagram. I don't think. But eventually, like once Tobias came on a couple weeks later, he brought Sprout software with him, which was his first kind of like real like offer, which was fantastic because he had a relationship with the devs of that software platform. But yeah, at the beginning, it was a lot of people offering to do a lot of things, so we needed to like split up, like
harness it, compartmentalize it, and like put it into action.
We needed to figure out like who our audiences were. Like we needed to talk to the politicians. We needed to talk to small businesses because bad things were being said about them. We needed to talk to our own fans. We needed to talk to fans elsewhere. We needed to talk to non-soccer people.
Yeah.
So like we had like this grassroots kind of like PR firm meets like political action committee meets like fan
lemonade stand kind of thing.
Yeah, it was like a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the everyone's different. Save the Crew was so fascinating to just be a part of because everyone had a different reality in that organization. Yeah. Like the stuff that I did, you guys didn't even touch, and the stuff that you guys did, I didn't even touch. And like it was, everyone worked together so well. There was just no ego whatsoever. Everyone just kind of was like, everyone do their thing.
That's weird though. Like it's like a cellular organism that has a singular brain, but not one part of that organism like knew all of it.
Right. We'd meet up every Monday at 7 here in this room and just kind of like report to each other. And God, those meetings suck balls.
Yeah, I mean, I think I calculated one point. We spent over 100 hours in those meetings alone.
How many people?
Nothing.
I mean,
16.
Yeah, like anywhere from 8 to 16 people.
So 1,600 man hours just right
there was easily like 1,000 person hours just in those meetings, and that's before we did a single task.
Yeah,
that was just the organization and the logistics and planning.
Yeah.
And without all of the people there, shit couldn't happen.
Did the because I wasn't ever in those meetings. I mean, I'd see them taking place because I'd just pop in here for a beer and knew that they were happening.
Yeah,
which is enough to keep people energized. But like, was there ever a flag in energy? Like, was there a certain money that just like you guys left there and said, "Man, everybody's tired," or was it like a constant kind of like perpetual, not optimism, but I mean, was there always fuel in the tank?
No, not for me. Towards the end, I was getting super, super aggressively tired of it.
Well, sure, yeah.
Especially after the October 12th, when we found out the team was, all but saved. Then we had 3 more months, right?
Then it turned into like an honorable, like you must finish strong.
Yes,
like
right.
it was a sense of duty and like kind of.
Yeah, I'd imagine at that point because you'd been a year on the road, right? And it's like you're doing your last 3 months of touring, and you hate your band members, and you're like, "But I love you guys." But
I'm yawning even thinking about it.
Yeah.
But then I say, with a team of that size, there were times where I was having a shitty day, a shitty week, and it's like I knew that maybe I wasn't bringing my A game, but somebody else was up at that moment. There was somebody else who was feeling it, who was excited, who'd had
it was church.
Positive thing.
Like, this is why people probably go to church. Like, it was a sense of community that we built, like even within our leadership group, and also like it fueled me for what I needed to do to carry out the rest of the week to like get shit done, essentially.
Did your jobs take a back seat? Like, were you guys ever like, I mean, especially initially, like, let's say the first 2 months when I
mean, Morgan quit his job to pursue Save full time.
When the fire was like really hot and shit was like super popping, and you guys would get like, let's say there's a Monday where you guys got some like bomb ass undercover news, and you walked out of that fucking room like, fuck yeah, and then you're like going to your mundane ass job on Tuesday morning like, this is so dumb, but I need to pay my bills. Like, I would rather be saving the crew right now. Like, was there ever like a high point where you're like that you looked forward to that more than just going to your normal job?
I mean, if we're honest, if everybody in Save the Crew is honest, every one of us did some Save the Crew work during their work day at
Every
some
day,
point.
all day long.
Yeah.
Every day.
Like, so,
He's stealing like something like working on
yeah,
an
it's like
Excel sheet over
there's
here,
definitely
like-
a little time theft going on.
Yeah.
I think we all nobody got fired because of their Save the Crew involvement, other than Morgan, of course.
I fired myself.
Yeah, but yeah, like that was totally. You'd be like, okay, I'm good on my work shit. I need to go pull some Keith Noss and try and dig up some dirt, or email every goddamn corporate sponsor of the team and remind them to make some noise. And
for me personally, and I know probably a couple other people have this situation too, like what we were doing with Save the Crew mirrored our day jobs in a way.
Yeah.
So I'm in like marketing, advertising, brand strategy, that kind of stuff. So I'm doing that at night as a passion project, and I'm doing it on a level that I don't get to do at work. So it's almost like
untethered, just do your thing.
Yeah, there's no like senior management like, well, you get to do this much of it, and then I'm going to make the call. No, like the call was ours to make. It was totally like skill set building.
That's
a way.
badass, man.
Like in a way that works.
That's
like,
cool.
It proved out. So it was very rewarding professionally, almost as much as like as a huge soccer fan and a Crew fan, and having this like emotional attachment to what was going on.
And that only happened because we had the foresight in the beginning to be egoless and say, and not just tell people what to do when they volunteered their time and energy and skills. We never said like, okay, we need someone to walk our dogs while we're at the leadership meeting or something.
Right.
The first question was always, what are you good at?
Yeah.
And everyone has their skills, and the conversation was always like, what are you good at? Okay, how do we use that to save the crew?
Yeah, or even what are you interested in? I remember, Joy DiNapoli came in like later in the process, but he's like, I want to make the Italian and Greek festivals happen.
Right.
And like that was one of those. This is the person we need at the time that we need them, because those were two big fucking deals in Columbus, and also things that we all were so strapped with our various other things. We needed somebody to come in and take those things on.
Absolutely.
I sat at that tent at the Italian Fest for God knows how many hours, and I did not see Dom Tiberi one time. Not once.
Well,
and that's like his thing.
He knows how to make meatballs, right? So he doesn't need to go there.
I need him to tell me how to make meatballs. Well, all this to say, Mark, the crew would not have been saved without you. It's not even a thing, unquestionable. Let's get into a little bit further into your thought process and your decision making. Why
Deeper
ACES Radio?
inside you, as it were.
Let's get deep inside. Why ACES Radio? Why sully your reputation?
Well, I was talking to you last night about all of this.
Of course.
And also sharing a story that you said, hey, you should come tell that on ACES Radio. And I totally agreed to it because it was like midnight.
Yeah.
And it was probably a whole
we were drunk.
bottle
Poor
of vodka.
decision.
Yeah.
That's when all the best decisions happen at midnight on a Wednesday.
I was telling you a story about, hey, they were filming something with the ownership group tonight, because when I walked in, and I went to go in the gear store, and Dr. Pete was out there with...
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was out there with like Tim Miller from Communications and a guy with a camera.
Nice.
And like he shook our hand, and he's just like, oh yeah, you're like all kitted out, right? And I was like, didn't have a clever retort to offer at that point, because I was in the lot.
Fuck you.
Yeah, because we did point out.
Of course not.
We did point out that you were nearly full kit wanker
Right,
yesterday.
and so it took me aback. It was just like, oh man, come on.
No, you were
Couldn't call me
almost
out.
crew kit, full kit wanker.
Yeah.
You were wearing like warm up pants, a jersey.
I went in with like the
Umbro.
parka too, because I was so cold last match, and I didn't have the quick enough response to tell him like, well, I have to sit out here, so I have to be ready for everything.
Yeah,
So.
I don't get to go in a sweet dick bag.
If you want me to wear a suit to every game, that's cool. I'm
Totally.
willing to do that for you.
Yes, I'll do anything.
So yeah, I was telling you about that last night, and you're like, you should come tell that story on ACES Radio, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll come out there, and then didn't realize how exhausted I would be today.
Yeah, I did not
Work
feel great
sucked.
today. Yeah. So tell us this is the Greg Benson question. He can't go to bed at night unless he hears an answer to it, so we'll give it to you. What does the crew mean to you?
The crew is it's a bunch of family memories. It's my American soccer identity, I'll say. I do like other teams from other places, like most of us do, but that's my that's my American soccer identity. been going to games since the shoe. I probably lost my last ever high school game because of the Crew. Thank you very much for losing to DC United 1-0 in the shoe in 1997.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What happened?
There are real rivals. We know that,
Yeah.
right?
How'd that make you lose your high school game?
Well, so in Ohio, to be eligible to play in your game that day, you need to attend at least 3 periods of school. And so me and my other co-captain and another guy on the team came with my dad and his best friend, who was our assistant coach, one of his best friends who was our assistant coach at the time, who actually just passed away. But like, they were willing to drive up and drive back on a school night.
Jesus.
When they had to coach away, like 2 hours away. Like the bus was leaving at a certain time, so we had to go to the early periods in order to like leave early for. We didn't get to sleep at all. Essentially, we were exhausted. We didn't play very, very clear-headed. We were probably outmanned too, but I'm going to blame it on that.
God damn it, Dr. Kamalo! I can't believe you've done this. Last question, and we can get you out of here. I did not explain this to you, so I'm just going to go ahead and ask it. How can AGS attack be stopped?
Can you play a clip?
Sure, I can, Alex. AGS attack is this
You're
guy.
not. Are you a Redditor at all?
Attack 2016 on this motherfucker.
I'm a Redditor.
US Attack, he's got the best hot taste. Y'all motherfuckers best watch out because he's got the hot taste. You are downvoting, you are just haters, and you're just jealous. He likes the Crew way more than you do. You have no idea with your weak ass shit. Yo, US Attack, he's got the best hot taste. Y'all motherfuckers best watch out because he's got the hot taste. You are downvoting, you are just yourself, just as friends. Jealous.
Did you do the Whisper song? That was great.
That's right. That was AGS attack. How can he be stopped?
What the fuck was that? First of all? Was that like a rival podcast? Did I just do some Sharks Jets Aces Radio? This
No.
GS attack.
That was
No, he's on our side somehow.
yeah.
Dude, he sings songs about Pedro.
Dude, he writes songs. Yeah, he's like a song man.
It's Pedro. It's Pedro. Pedro Sanchez.
I'm trying to figure out if this is just you.
Santos.
Oh my god! Recording.
It's Pedro.
Recording this with the other 37 hours a week.
You do have a soundboard.
Chilling out at home.
Fuck
You do play a number of instruments.
This
Yeah,
sounds
you
like
got the whole
me.
production set up right here. Like you can make these beats on what you have.
Dude, he's playing the stringed big violin. What's
Cello.
that
Yeah,
called?
the big
Cello.
violin. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
The big violin.
The grown-up violin.
How come we don't have those in the Nordic? We need some more cellos.
We need more
Yeah.
big
Drums.
violins.
Right.
A cello section.
We need a full orchestra.
I mean, an upright bass would be pretty sweet, actually.
Orchestral, wise men say. That would be great. How can he be stopped? You tell me.
I don't know. Maybe
Lots of people recommend murder of some sort if you want to.
maybe he doesn't pay his WoW bill and he loses the ability to upload to Reddit or something.
That's another internet.
Yeah. We cut off his internet? All right. I mean, I'm willing to try
That'll
anything.
stop it. I mean, he won't be able to.
I'm willing
that's
to try
true.
anything at this point. Thank you to Mark Vucinic.
Thank you for having me.
Not Vukovic. It's a different village. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by on segment 2. If you've enjoyed the shit lordery here on segment 2 of episode 116, I've got some bad news for you. You have trash taste in podcasts. We're coming back on segment 3 with your hot takes, a preview of Crew versus Houston and more. My friends, my amigos, you're listening to ACES Radio.
Hot, sicker than your average. Down like goose and I'm fly like Maverick. With a savage attack in a mouth like a mash spitting fuego, homie. It ain't tricking if it's magic illusions. Indubitably juvenile. My crew can do it and we do it well. Rock around the clock all across the nation. Got a lot of sky miles and a reputation of making earthquakes every time we land. Cause stopping ain't an option or a part of the plan. Fools get to fuming while I'm running on jet fuel. Now pay close attention cause I'm ready to let you know what I'm all about, child. I got that style that you come to love. And I'ma stay fly till the day I die, spitting fresh to death from above. Get it, David F. Man, you don't stop. David, you don't stop. We came to rock it till the city takes off. Mr. Captain, yeah, I'm an ace pilot, yeah. I wanna spin my wings and fly to all the people in coach, yeah. And to my first class folks, yeah. We'll show you how to scrape the sky.
Yeah, baby. Ignorance Lunch, Shitlord, celebrity fans, Boston Bruins fans, Columbus Blue Jackets fans, Chris Blaine fans, and all you fools spending this weekend in federal penitentiary, pound me in the ass prison in Montreal for dirty beardery.
Welcome back. It is episode 116 of ACES Radio. My name is Carol Seaver, joined as always by Drolby Scrinface, Alex Thomas filling in for the wetness, and Mark Vukanich. I'm assuming you're going to stay here for segment 3. I mean, you're sitting next to your microphone. You may as well put the thing on. And
well, he's sitting near it. He just shouted at
put
the
cans on
like
and let's fucking talk about some Cruisers FC wet hot action. Welcome back. We're here on Periscope. Shout out to all. I don't know how many of you are watching, but you're dumb. That's very stupid. Hello to Chris Blaine. He just walked in. He was a guest on episode 115. Always good to have lads back from the distant past, Drabs. What if I told you there was a cure, Drabs, for the scourge that is giving up shorthanded goals on the power play?
Is it cutting Tyreek Hill after 11-minute audio recordings of him colluding with his girlfriend about beating his 3-year-old son?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Nothing is impossible. Make your dreams come true.
And now, an ACES Radio exclusive. The battle for the grand prize. Hot takes from the massive.
And you're not going to stop there. We got the grand prize.
Hot takes from Twitter.
He's heating up.
Hot takes from you.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't, Walter. Walter, you're a puppet, and you're dead. And we don't take the puppets out anymore. We're bare bones Aces Radio. We have been for weeks now. No trophies, no lad items, only Sportman Farms paintings are allowed.
In honor of whoever the sportsman is.
Whoever Gary Sportsman is.
There's no way of knowing.
We may never know.
Whatsoever. I'm sorry, Alex, were you about to say something? Because you look like you're about to say something.
No, I'm good. I'm done fighting that fight. It'll all come out in like federal testimony. Congress is going to get to the bottom of this shit.
Yeah.
Call the witnesses.
That's right. Call them. I don't give a shit.
Call the guy that came in here and admitted to being
I'll just tell him that they're not allowed. I'm Donald Trump. I'm the worst president in the world. I wonder if I could, before I move on to the Reddit known as the Massive Lads, go ahead and read the overall standings according to Alex Thomas. This is the only reason people tune in.
It really is.
In first place, a tie between Bonesy 10 and Columbus Crew Eagle, both with 4 points, followed in third by Angry Drabs with 3. The 2-pointers all tied for fourth place are Cleb Porter, Gary the Winged Lion, Robert Shaft, your Gavin is showing, Aces Archive, Setting the Table, Mike Hudson sucks, he certainly does, and Downtown Falcon. The 1-pointers all tied for 12th are as follows. Tim Bezbachenko, Morgan's Fun Van for your kids, Morgan's Anal Leakage, Arby's Official, Massive 14, Darling Thief, what a good lad he is, Basketball Emoji, Higher Ballerina, not spelled how you think it is, Smack Jackoff, AGS Attack, Columbus Lad, and Lamborghini, all with 1 point. Bringing up the rear this week, Greg, and getting the bulk with -1 point. In 24th place, Bob O'Shaughnessy. Bob O'Shaughnessy. We move now to the subreddit known as the Massive Lads, where I remind you, as always, these hot takes are organized automatically by their level of fiery fucking hotness. This week's topmost of the popmost lads comes to us from none other than Basketball Emoji with 3 points. Quote, has the role of second Pam, daytime wife, been casted yet? If not, please take into consideration my application. I am a basketball, therefore I do not have feet and do not require shoes. Same goes for underwear. As shown in my relationship with the hoop, I have an understanding of what it means to go inside of one another, but only as friends. That's right. If your stats from Rec League show us anything, a basketball knows how to stay away from you and give you your private time.
You just got club trilled.
God damn it. I've been around since 1891, so much like Drabs, I do not have much growing up to do. The outside of a basketball looks like it made by putting leather in a waffle maker, and I know how much you love waffle makers. Finally, I won't deposit Columbus Dispatch endorsed garbage directly into your yard. I am not Ohio State football, so the Dispatch wants nothing to do with me. End quote. Fatality. Drolby Scrinface, your thoughts?
Oh, sorry. I just finally got around to getting to the Reddit, and there are 30 goddamn comments this week.
Yeah, but most of them are responses.
Are they just replies?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Waffle maker. You almost made the Derek Hughes sound when mentioning a waffle maker. Is it getting to that point in your life?
No.
No,
I hate Derek Hughes.
It's not Derek Hughes level.
Way more
Okay.
than that.
So what you're saying is give you more waffle makers still because you can take it. Give to you according to your strength.
No, moving on. From user Mike Hudson sucks, he certainly does with 3 points. Quote, I'm considering getting matching tramp stamps with my friend's wife, Pan. How did your tattoo experience go? Can you, as a panel, describe your tramp stamps in a sentence or two? Hashtag butts. Hashtag sluts.
End quote.
How about no?
Mark Vukovic, your thoughts?
Hashtag butts, huh?
Yeah. Hashtag butts. Hashtag sluts.
So this poster is clearly showing their age because tramp stamps are just...
Yeah, he would like you to describe what your tramp stamp looks like.
It's just probably some hair.
A map of Serbia covered in a dense coat of back fur.
Ew. Fucking ew. Moving on from user Angry Drabs with 3 points, quote,
Fuck! Hashtag what the fuck? Hashtag what in the actual fuck?
end quote.
It was nothing like
Alex Thomas, your thoughts?
I gotta tell you, Angry Drabs is not wrong.
No.
I mean, that's accurate.
He's angry.
I tweeted something close to
Yeah,
that
it's
this week.
about right.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're angry about, but they have every right to be.
Yeah, I think I called him a shit-ass crew team.
Yeah?
Yes.
Ooh, shit-ass.
Yeah, shit-ass.
Gross.
Yeah.
Let me smash.
Moving
Because they
on.
don't use washcloths.
No, certainly not. They use loofahs because they're a real man.
The-
And you
the-
wash your butt with your hand with a bar of soap like a real man. Like a real man.
And then the body wash seals the moisture in.
That's right. It's like a barrier against the world.
Oh, I see. No, I know what it is. You wash with bar soap because it dries out. So then you get
Or
in there
you
with
have
the
your
lotion,
or you have your
and you
friend
lotion your
apply
crack
the
real
body
good.
Or you have a friend do it.
Oh yeah, so you get 2 fingers and you really get the lotion in there and you
They
really
get
work
2
it for 10,
fingers.
15 minutes.
They
Yeah.
get 2 fingers and they work it in there for 10
Right,
minutes.
because they're your friend.
Because of the friendship. God, it's not like I'm going to have some stranger. I don't have that much money.
Apply the lotion
I
as
used to.
friends.
Yeah.
Somebody would probably do
Lost
it
my
for
job.
free.
Fantastic.
Nobody got time
Moving
for that.
on from user Best of Big Soccer with 3 points, quote, headline from the Austin Statesman, Bill could kill MLS stadium deal. Damn, Archer, you're a madman. End quote.
That's pretty dang cool.
Mark Vukovic, your thoughts?
Any big soccer men, Mark?
Yeah, so
You are, and you admit it.
I'm a big soccer man.
Okay.
I know these things.
Yeah.
What's Austin? Oh, what stadium?
Roasted. Moving on. From user Super Agent Lawyer with 2 points, quote, I represent a coalition of fans and business owners who strongly believe these game plans will have a highly negative impact on our community. Having never watched or attended a soccer match in Columbus, it is clear that the game plans are financially hurtful to businesses and most family unfriendly in spite of me getting paid to type this. I have collected more than 18,000 signatures for a petition that demands that the weak attacks stop. Our community does not need and does not want attacks on our soccer enjoyment opportunities sent from my iPhone. End quote.
Shit, Lord.
Alex Thomas, your thoughts?
Was that Campesino? Was that Charles?
Campaños? No.
Compenis? No.
Compenis? No.
I would assume the keyword in there, super agent lawyer. As I know, there's only one person in Columbus who bridges the gap between
is that
lawyerdom and
it's not Charles. It's not my
right?
good friend Charles. He's a good lad. I like that guy. He's
There's a rock and roll one, but there's also a sport.
it's Mr.
I think you're talking about that.
Brad Adam.
Yeah. That guy sucks. Who even is that dude?
Bitch.
Moving the fuck on from Brett Adams talk. From Degenerate Kneebone. With 2 points, quote, hey guys, figured the podcast needed some new content, so here are some ideas from Panama Ted that didn't make the cut. Scenario, you have been abducted by angry FCC fanboys. You must pick 3 players who take a penalty kick for you. They must have played for the crew at some point in their careers. However, if any of them miss, you die. Who are you picking? Morgan, if you want, you can pick free throw shooters that have played for the old Boston Celtics, since you're more of a basketball man. End quote.
Yeah, poops.
Drobby Screenface, who would you pick? There's only one right answer.
Well, we have to pick 3 people, so there has to be more than one answer.
Well, we'll go around and each give. How about pretend they said 4 people? Each
Okay.
one of us will give one.
All right, I'm taking Adam John because that's the only thing he could do on offense.
Fantastic.
Basically, was make a key PK.
Boom. Roasted.
Mark Vukovic.
This is interesting. It says you have to pick 3 crew players to take a penalty kick. We've had really good goalies. I almost want to turn that around and be like, all right, put one in on Frito or Zach.
Okay. All right. Mark refuses to play your game. Alex Thomas.
Amelia Renteria.
The Black Bull.
Love it.
It's FCC too. Like that's a replica question.
That's
Move
right. And my answer is, of course, Andres Mendoza, because
you want to die.
All he did was
yellow like what, Morgan?
like the Columbus Crew. Moving on from user Justine Merriam with 2 points. Quote: "Who let me back on the field?" End quote. Wet. Alex Thomas. Wet.
Is that his younger sister? Is that the girl that dated the dude in Steubenville that didn't kiss you?
Wet. Jenny Reeser.
Oh.
Hold on now.
You bitch.
What's her name?
Jenny
Justine
Reeser.
Miriam.
Justine Miriam.
Yeah, she's married now. I don't know what her last name is.
Yeah, you're not creeping at all.
No, that's not it. I don't have a Facebook. I don't do
Okay.
face spaces. I
I
don't
saw
know what
that,
people
yeah.
from high school are doing. Moving on from user Hang the Sanch with 1 point. Quote: "Basically, if you are reading, seeing, hearing Porter's comments following these performances, you can come to one of two conclusions. Number one, he's Sanch. Number two, he thinks you're Sanch. Neither is Zardes, and neither is Zardes for another 4 years. Now, many people have their reasons to believe that Porter isn't Sanch, and that's fine. But then he shouldn't acting like Sanch and just be Zardes about what is going on here." What?
I think this is actually Mike Hudson because he's the only one capable of such incomprehensible garbage hot takes.
They should have just
What the
left the
actual
last
fuck
5
was
words.
that?
What is going on here?
Yeah. Response from Morgan's soundboard, quote: "That's funny because that's what I would have done, but I didn't." Moving on. From user Nordecker with 1 point, quote: "From the football songbook of Caleb Wonka."
Do you know what song this is?
No. You want to do it?
No, I don't, because you're the one who sings.
Hold the ball, make a plan,
This
count
is
to 3.
World of Pure Imagination from Willy Wonka.
Come with me and you'll see an attack with no imagination. Take a look and you'll see a slow attack formation. Is that how it goes?
More or less, yeah.
We'll begin with a cross attacking in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view crossing balls, simply look around and view it. Attacking down the sidelines, do it. Want to score a goal, there is nothing to it. End quote. I mean, Darby, you're probably the only one at the table old enough that saw Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I mean,
I think it's a garbage movie, and I hate it.
Mark isn't old, remember? But
He's only
and
a year
also,
older
fuck
than
you,
me.
that's a good movie.
No, it's not.
Not
It's a
the
trash
Johnny
movie.
Depp version.
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
Yeah, well, good.
Brent,
Shut your child ass mouth.
Shut your child ass mouth. Moving on from user Ron T with 1 point, quote: "Awesome. Haven't heard this in so long it feels like the launch of a new Columbus Crew podcast. I hope it is better than Massive Report and 3 Girls, 2 Cups, 1 Pod. Hashtag, it's the drops that make a podcast good." End quote. You know what? Yeah, Alex, that's a really good hot
they're
take.
not wrong.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what 3 Girls, 2 Cups, 1 Pod is, but it sounds just delicious.
You should,
You
probably
should
Google
try
it
it
from,
sometime.
Like, the library or somewhere.
Yeah?
Like,
Yeah.
Google
Okay.
it.
somewhere.
In fact,
Google it just as fun.
look it up the next time you're at like a family reunion.
Yeah.
Like you've got all the grandmas and grandpas and stuff.
Should I
hanging
turn
out.
the desktop speakers up or down?
Yeah, definitely
yeah.
up.
Up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Because there's some really great music, from what I understand, at the beginning of the
Just
video.
Google 3 guys, 1 cup.
Great,
Or
great.
1 pod.
2 Girls, 1 Pod, but just as friends.
Right.
I am realizing that literally every hot take pretty much has a reply from Mike Hudson bot or Morgan soundboard. So that is what's okay.
What's going on with the hockey lads? We just score? A lot of screaming. A lot of screaming out there. Moving on from user Morgan's Bad Ideas with 1 point, quote: "Time to log on to the old fax machine and book my tickets to Tampa Bay for Lord Stanley's Cup. There's no way the CBJ comes back from 3 goals in Game 1. Hashtag CBJ to ATX." First of all, I write hashtag CBJ to ATX on the ground whenever there's chalk at the parking lot. So how dare you for stealing my shit? Mark Vucinic, your thoughts?
How popular do you want this podcast to be? My hockey season's over.
Yeah, pretty much. Moving on from user Greg Letter 420 with 1 point, quote: "Dynamo. Dynamo.
Oh, no, that's right.
Dynamans.
He does like the fucking...
Yes. Hashtag who wants to bet that Morgan reads the claps? Alex Thomas, your thoughts?
Oh, Sydney is yellow, right?
Not sky blue.
It's not sky blue, I know that. That shit's yellow, straight up.
Yellow like what?
The Wigginton Phoenix Kangaroos. The Sparkin Wallabies, whatever they're called.
The Wigginton Sparkling Kangaroos?
Yeah, the Sparking Kangaroos.
Oh my God.
It's fucking yellow. God.
I should delete these drops. They're taking up space.
Greg.
I mean, especially the long. Do you have the entire fucking MP3
Pretty much.
as the drop?
This is another 30 seconds for this.
Jeez.
It's a good song, though. That was the only good part about having Greg on the show is access to this song.
One is access. Whoa, and whatever the fuck, we never found out what they did with the tire.
We've asked him so many times.
He won't answer.
Greg
We have to wait for
has been
the congressional
deported.
hearing.
Moving the fuck on. From user PM me your favorite song with 1 point. Quote, I swear to God, if one more person sends me an AGS attack song, I'll pull a Greg Benson on you. Hashtag oops.
What, like shit on their kids and stab them?
Hashtag poops.
Yeah.
End quote. Drolby Screenface, your thoughts?
I'm appreciating that you're delivering, not playing the things that Morgan's soundboard is describing.
I'm not
to
even
each
looking
of
at
these.
that.
He's just one behind.
I just like playing
yeah,
AGS.
you're actually. I mean, he's technically ahead because he played the Greg Benson drop before the Greg Benson drop was requested.
That's my favorite AGS attack song right there.
Jane, you ignorant slut.
Moving on. From user PM... no, that was the one I just did. From user Morgan's Pocket Recorder with 1 point. Quote, Morgan, I have good news. I still have the missing segment from 2 weeks ago and last week's episode still recorded. Good thing you don't wear any pants under the desk when recording or else everything would be muffled. So just lean over and press the play button. Hashtag tongues only. Hashtag butts. Hashtag Santos sluts. End quote. Mark Vucinich, your thoughts?
I can attest that you're wearing pants.
Thank
they
you.
probably have a liner in them as well.
Hashtag tongues only. What the fuck?
And you read that so, like, sensually.
Yeah, you should
like,
get a
you
job
were-
at a 900 number. That's probably what you're doing nowadays, isn't it?
That's right.
You get nothing.
Speaking of showing
You
your
lose.
age, 900
Good day,
numbers. For any of you fucking youngs out there, once upon a time, back when we used our phones to call other people, 900 numbers were like the opposite of 800 numbers. You paid like by the minute. And so all of the phone sex lines, which that was a thing before the internet, you had to talk to somebody on the other end of the damn phone and pretend like you're having sex.
I don't want that. I don't want that at all.
And apparently that's what Morgan's doing now.
There were some screwy 800 numbers that you could call and then put in. Like, it wasn't all 900. Like, we used to call 1-800-666-TITS. That's the one I remember. It was,
For
was
the
like-
first 2 minutes, $2.99 after
That's
that.
right. Oh, you know what we should do? Let's do that.
Dial a
We're gonna call
900
them?
number
Yeah.
on Skype.
Yeah, we got the minutes.
Oh my god, I can't believe we've done this.
Beavis and Butthead episode.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to put like a parental guidance.
There was
warning
also
on
that
this.
shit that I think was free or like much lower cost. Where like it was like phone a friend for after school. Like if you came home and you got bullied, like you could just like call like a friend after school.
That was the pedophile pickup.
Oh, I
hotline.
remember that.
Phone a friend.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was
All right,
like,
here
oh,
we go.
you feeling down? You suck. Call this friend.
1-800-666.
No, that was definitely a pedophile on the other end of
Yeah.
that line. I don't know what you're talking about.
The good shit, it was
I
like
won't
the
not
party
call.
line where you pay. Like you just talk to other people partying.
Right.
What was that?
Yeah, the party line.
Talk to other hot singles in your area.
Oh, it won't let me.
Oh, shame.
That's bullshit. Enter number. Dial 800-666.
Adult lady
Wait, do I have to
boobies.
put 1-800.
I mean, probably.
1-800-666. And what is that? 8.
Oh God, that's another thing that's just died with the.
Oh,
90s.
right. Yeah, having the letters associated
having
with the
letters.
numbers.
No, it won't let me, dude.
What do you mean it won't let you? Like,
It won't let me. It won't let me dial an 800 number. Garbage.
Yep.
Trash. Okay.
just pick up your cell phone and do it. It's fine.
My cell phone is doing the Periscope. Moving on. From user Cleb Porter with 0 points, quote, I got really into the Easter spirit this year, Kay, and when I was at church, I saw a guy on 2 pieces of wood crossed, Kay, that made me come up with a style of play called the crucifixion, where we'll just put a bunch of crosses in the box and pray someone will get their head with a big crown of thorns on top of hitting the ball. I even brought nails to go through their hands so we can get more space from the defenders. There's no way this doesn't work, K. End quote. Heresy. Alex Thomas, your thoughts?
That's a hot one there, buddy. I don't know if I want to get near that.
I don't believe in
Put a bunch of crosses on the lawn. Isn't that more like Cincinnati style?
Set them
like
on fire,
Klan
too,
rally
yeah.
Shit? Like,
then get drunk and drive 100 miles an hour down the freeway at 4 a.m.
Can I talk about Karen Cronali's picture of herself with the cig in her shit?
How have we not mentioned that?
Was that a picture of Karen?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was her.
Yeah.
Was she actually
With
smoking
long
a
hair.
cigarette?
Yes, I saw it.
That looked like it might have been a novelty cigarette. Though.
I don't
I'm not
know,
sure if it
Darbs.
was an actual cigarette. But
okay.
and I think it was probably novelty poop also.
I think it's the crew photo of the century.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
She was pretty relatable to teens at that point.
Zadar, Darby, and I have a three-way text going, and somebody just sent that picture, and the three of us never agree on anything, and we were all like, this is fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
I want to put it in a museum.
And she shared it herself of her own free will.
Yes. It's crazy pants.
Probably not drunk.
No, definitely not. Karen doesn't drink at all. I've never seen her drunk in her basement at all. Moving on. Last hot take of the night, lads, comes from none other than ACES Attack with -3 points. Quote,
Wait, you did miss one other one. There's a brand new one.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should hit refresh.
All right, I refreshed.
It'll probably be towards the bottom.
Hooray. From user Columbus Crew Eagle with a score hidden. Quote, Marigan, you look cute in blue jacket.
Oh!
End quote.
Well.
You know who loves the Columbus Crew Eagle? Jarvis Woodson. He loves that Marigan plays now. You need to take care of baby Crew Eagle.
He loves it as much as he hates socks.
Yes. Yeah. He hates socks. Moving on. Last hot take of the night. Blissfully Lads comes to us from Ags Attack with -3 points. Or Nags Attack. Quote, we aren't scoring. It sucks. What we need is a new anthem. And it's going to be an anthem about a type of party in Columbus. A porter party. While this song is being tweaked by some very perky Austrians, including a very exciting and legendary guest, make sure you are ready. A porter party is something we can all appreciate. When you are out and you've had a bit too much to drink, a porter party is your solution. When you really have to get something out and you are totally fine, if your options for achieving that are less than desirable, that's a porter party. When you really have to go and do something, but there aren't very many of something to achieve that task, that's also a porter party. Porter potties giving Columbus what they need since 2019. End quote. Darby?
I mean, this is literally the only hot take that needed the hashtag #poops, and it doesn't fucking have it.
Hashtag
what the shit?
Poops.
Yeah, poops. Last hot take of the night, we have blood points to give away, lads. We go to you first, Drolby Scrinface. Your 2 blood points go to the following users, my friend.
First one's going to Cleb Porter. As an atheist, I can always appreciate good sacrilegious hot take.
Fantastic.
And second one, Columbus Crew Eagle. I'm also going to award myself half a blood point for getting your post in under the wire beat earlier next time. But
okay. So you're getting half a blood point. The Columbus Crew Eagle is getting 1, and Cleb Porter is getting 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how it works.
That's fair. Mark Vucinich, your 2 blood points.
So first one I'm going to give to Morgan Pocket Recorder for addressing your pants situation.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to give one to AGS Attack because I was very cool earlier.
Ugh. God damn it, Mark. Alex Thomas, your 2 blood points.
Basketball emoji, for sure. For recognizing that the surface of the ball, yes, is much like a waffle, and that it avoids you at all costs.
Have you ever eaten a waffle? Do you know what they look like?
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah.
Morgan's eaten a lot of waffles. We know that.
Sure have.
The second one?
Yeah.
I'm going Ags Attack too, dude.
Oh, my fucking
I'm
God.
throwing it down, baby.
My first blood point goes to, I guess, basketball emoji. I don't know. a whole lot of shit posts this week. There's really not that many. And I guess Nordecker. Maybe. I don't know.
Which one was that one?
It was the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory song.
Oh, okay.
And that's another edition
pretty good.
of the battle for the goddamn grand prize. Thanks for coming, bud.
And you already know, so let your head nod throughout the outro. Now as the curtains close and it's time to go, will the beast almost out like a manifesto? So let's make a toast to all the friends and fam.
Very long outro, John.
Since we started the jam into a world full of
Dude, he's still in that movie. He's still sitting in there.
Getting his Pokemans.
He's peeing in his adult diaper.
Oh, yeah, baby. No, you can't, Walter. Walter, you're a puppet.
I really want John Zidar dead.
Take it easy, Glenn Tennis. We move on now to predictions. We have 3 games to recap prediction-wise since last we met, lads. The first one, Montreal Impact. The guess said it was going to be a 2-2 tie. That was not true. It was a 0-1 loss. The guests get no points, may God have mercy on their soul. John Zidar, you said it was going to be a 1-1 tie. It was a 0-1 loss. You get no points, God mercy soul. Droby Squintface, you said it was going to be a 1-1 tie because you're a coward. It was a 0-1 loss. You get no points, may God have mercy on your soul. Morgan Hughes, continuing champion. You said it was going to be a 0-2 loss. It was very close to that. It was a 0-1 loss.
Man, that was close.
You get 5 points. Thank you, Alex. And may God have mercy.
That was close. Darby, that was close.
On your soul.
I got the number of crew goals right.
Portland Timbers. The guest, a.k.a. Slonimax, a.k.a. Yvonne Siegel. You said it was going to be a 2-1 win. No. That was, in fact, a 1-3 loss. You get no points. May God have mercy on your soul. John Yassi Zadardas. You said it was going to be a 2-0 win. It was a 1-3 loss. No. Drabs, you said it was going to be a 1-0 win. It was a 1-3. No. Morgan Hughes.
No.
You said no. It's going to be Dos Cero. You were wrong. Moving on to DC United, the guest, a.k.a.
This is the one I'm ready for.
Solana
I'm
Max.
extremely here for this one.
Who can even be sure?
I can.
You said it was going to be a 0-3 loss. That was close. It was a 0-1 loss. You get 5 points. May God have mercy on your soul. John Yassi Zadardas, you said it was going to be a 2-2 tie because you're a coward. It was a 0-1 loss. God mercy soul and 0 points. Droby Scrinface, you are also a coward. You said it was going to be a 0-0 tie. That's not true. That was so far from being true.
I said neither team has shown that they could score a goal. I was half right.
It was a 0-1 loss. You get no points. May God have mercy.
I remember Morgan's prediction being close, though.
My prediction was very close. In fact, it was correct.
Was it?
Yes.
Except
I said it was going to be a 1-0 win, and it was a 0-1 loss.
What does that mean for your score now?
Hate to see it. I get negative 15 points, and may God have mercy on my own soul. Moving on to the overall standings in last place. Tied for last place with 20 points. Slonimax Yvonne Siegel, a.k.a. the guests. 20 points. Also in dead last. So far away from first place that this person is
butt chugging. They're sucking butt.
Sucking hot butt. They're chugging out of other people's butts, not as friends.
Tongue only.
That's right. Hashtag tongue only. Drolby Scrinface. 20 points.
Butt sucking.
Tied for first, but a very distant first place tie. John Yassi Zadardas with 25 points. And in the real first place, even coming off of a 15-point loss, the number one boy in the standings and in your soul and in your heart, the man with the what?
Wait. So there's 2 people tied for last place at 20 points.
That's
butt
right.
suckers.
And 2 people tied at first place.
Well, one is behind the other.
25 points.
That's
one
right.
is friendly behind
separated
the other.
by a single correct outcome, not even correct score prediction.
The one is known as the Bo Jackson of predictions.
I've heard
And the
that.
other one's a Christian Okoye. That's what's up.
I haven't heard that. I just heard that they were a Christian. 25 points, Morgan Hughes. That's right, Slaughterman! You suck my balls! You suck them wet, you suck them long, and you chuck my butt as not friends on the moon. You went to the moon and you chucked my butt with you as lovers do.
Yeah, bring your boy.
Oh, yeah.
Don't bring
Chad
your
Boy. His last name was Boy. You can see the confusion. We now move on to the weather report with Alex Thomas.
Oh, my God. Live weather?
3, 2, 1.
And now, an ACES radio exclusive.
We want it now!
The Weather Report with Uncle Sportsman himself,
If I wasn't Jamaican,
Alex Thomas.
then why would I wear this hat?
It's gonna rain!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls alike, welcome back to the show. You'll recognize him from the rest of the show today. Uncle Alligator himself, Alex Thomas. Alex, it's so great to have you here.
Morgan, so good to be here.
Oh, what a treat this lad
I'll
is.
tell you what,
What a
treat's
damn
all mine.
treat. You're such a treat.
Well, here we are again.
Okay.
Live.
Yep.
As we normally do.
Yeah.
Segment 3.
That's right.
Just breaking it down.
Just like the lads that we've always been.
Yeah. Well, it's time to catch up together.
Yeah. Tell me about your...
Share each other's
tell
company.
me about
and-
yourself.
Yeah. Hang out.
First, I would like to just get to know you.
Yeah.
And to ask you a bunch of questions, to have them answered immediately.
Yeah.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Who is your daddy? Dude, kindergarten cop.
That's right.
Oh, my God.
My mom says my dad is a real sex machine.
Who's your daddy? What does he do?
My dad has sex with my mom.
I bet that's something that one of the kids
What
said.
did you
That movie is crazy. Those are little kids
What
talking
did you
about
think
sex.
about, what the hell was that movie?
Rain Man?
No, the one where Schwarzenegger went to Mars.
Oh, Beverly Hills Cop.
No. The one where the
Total
chick-
Recall.
Total
True
Recall, where
Beverly
she had
Hills.
3 boobs.
3 boob lady.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only thing anyone remembers.
Yeah,
from that
3
movie.
boob lady.
I remember that.
That was kind of weird.
It's kind of great. When did that come out? Like 1991? I was like 10. That was prime boob loving years, as they say.
Adult lady boobies.
Yeah, in the psychiatric industry. What's the weather looking like this weekend in Houston, Alex?
It's looking really good, man. They've got consistently great weather this whole week, and it'll remain that way on Saturday. So we're looking at like mid-70s.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, perfect.
What about here in
chance
Columbus?
of rain. In Houston, we wind out of the south at 10 miles an hour. And you know, this is one place where the schedule's treated us really well. We don't want to go there in August. We don't want to go there in July. We don't. They call it the oven or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it's like a convention oven.
Yeah, so this will be fine. At least, third game in 8 days, we're not going down there in like some oppressive heat or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's that tiny thing working for us. But here in Columbus, it's not going to be wonderful, man. It's going to be cold. We're talking like high 30s.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. The temperature's going to dip pretty hard. And although we've like escaped a frost or the 2 snows that should have happened at this point, like I think we're going to make it all the way to Mother's Day scot-free. So plant what you need to plant after this weekend. But yeah, this weekend's going to seem particularly cold compared to what we've been experiencing thus far.
That sucks balls.
Yeah, it does. This has been a really weird spring, man.
At least
not
we don't have
that
a
I'm
home
like
game.
encouraging snow or whatever, but it hasn't been as the script is normally written.
All right. Let's go around the Latin term for podcast hosts and get our thoughts out of the way. Houston Dynamo welcoming Columbus Crew SC on Saturday, lads. 8:30 p.m. kick here, local time. Join your friends from ACES Radio here at Endeavor Brewing Company, where the saying is hashtag tongues only. Up the butts. Chug your anus here at Endeavor with us and come see other people's dicks, but just as friends and suck my balls.
Come tongue our cans.
That is just, that's so eloquent, dude. It's pretty accurate, man.
That's their. I didn't come up with that. That's their business
logo, yeah.
phrase. That's their catchphrase. Drabs, your thoughts on the upcoming match, my friend?
I just pulled up. I'm sad to say that I have the MLS app on my phone again, just to access my tickets. Mm-hmm. In the previews of games, they have a need to know section. Apparently, there's 3 little nuggets of information here that are going to tell you everything you need to know.
All right.
Dynamo have lost just once in MLS play at home to Columbus. Ever.
Wow.
That's not great. Since a 3-game home losing streak last summer, Houston is 6-1-1 at home, averaging 2.3 goals per game.
Hate to see that.
And the Crew are looking to avoid their first 4-game losing streak in league play since 2005.
Ooh, the dark ages.
Houston completes 72% of their passes in the final third. We barely complete 72% of passes overall in some games.
We haven't spent 72 seconds in the final third.
This is going to be bad. I have a bad feeling about this. Houston has offense.
Yeah.
We don't. We're on the road.
Yeah.
We didn't rotate our players at all.
We did not.
This could get ugly. I'm not happy about what's probably going to happen on Saturday. That's the depth of my analysis. Is going to suck.
Yes. No, I think that's great analysis with the current form the crew are playing. Mark Vucinic, your thoughts on the upcoming match?
So it's hard. It's a little hard not to be a homer coming into the season that we had. I did look up Houston's record.
Yeah.
They've only played 6 games so far.
Yeah.
And they are mid-table in the West. The West is nasty this year.
Tough.
It is nasty this year.
And they've got like 4 teams that are over 2 points a game right now.
Yeah, at points per game though, they're 3rd in the West. So this is a good team.
Yeah, they're 4-1-1, so they're winning. They're scoring goals, but I don't know. I always want to be an optimist. I think we can pull it out. We didn't play Rubinho that much this week. I think he starts. So there's your rotation right there.
Just one guy.
One guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a lot to give, and if the weather's going to be favorable, like it's usually an oven down there.
Yeah.
I think we'll be all right. I think it's going to be closer than we think.
All right, Alex Thomas, your thoughts on the upcoming match?
I think they're going to wake up feeling dangerous.
Ooh.
I think Porter's going to say
Houston,
Columbus.
Well, Baker Mayfield action.
I think they're going to. I think he's going to take the leash off a little bit and let these guys go out there and get it, just because he's scraping the bottom of the barrel, like personnel wise, and there's nothing to lose. Kind of out of excuses. So hit the sticks, man. Get after it.
Yeah, that's what they say. Let's see. Has the NFL draft started yet? I thought it was tonight.
It is tonight. Yeah. I don't know if it has
what time
started
does it start?
yet.
8, I think.
Yeah,
prime time.
Did
prime
Dwayne
time.
Haskins get drafted yet?
We've been here talking soccer. We don't know.
Yeah.
Whoa! All right. How come I can't find the?
What a season that would have been.
You don't
had he
follow
not
Mel
got injured.
Kiper Jr. like
Fuck
everybody
no.
else?
No. What a great radio show we're doing right now. Thoughts? It's not looking good for the crew. I think that, like we talked about earlier, we really put all of our eggs in the Wednesday night basket. We started, our normal 11, a little bit of Merrim, Rubinho switcheroo, but, I think that we were really going after the 3 points on Wednesday and assuming that every road trip in MLS is a difficult battle, and that, to get your Nico Hansons, get your Josh Williams, get your non starter lads some minutes, and it's losing the game on Wednesday just kind of really, really hurts.
It's a gut punch.
Yeah, because this is not going to be a favorable outcome for Columbus Crew SC. So that's what I'll say. 8:30, like I said, come join us here at Endeavor Brewing Company. That the catchphrase, the tagline that I said earlier is there. It's printed on the sign.
What
out
was
front.
that again? Could you repeat that for us?
You know what? I don't.
You
I
said
don't
it's on
wanna,
the sign. What'd you-
They only paid me
the
to
sign's
do
right
it
there.
once.
Just read it off the sign. It's
You
right
know I
behind
can't. I have a hurt neck right now, and I don't like to move it.
Alex,
very
can
hard.
you take a picture of the sign and show it to Morgan, and
Just
then
don't
he
do
can
that.
read it?
No, my neck hurts too.
Yeah,
I'll take a picture of the sign
I wouldn't
right now.
That's how we hurt our necks.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Copyright infringement.
Let's go around the Latin table for podcast hosts and get our predictions out of the way. Drobby Scrimface, we start with you, my friend.
Do you want to grab your whiteboard behind you?
I don't have a marker.
Right. I can give you a marker.
I don't
Give
either.
me a marker.
Yeah,
Where's
okay,
my
you
marker?
do
I
that.
usually do this during the weather report.
I know,
See,
but you
this
didn't.
is-
So I'm going to kill some time so you have the chance to write numbers and not copy me.
I'm just replacing Impact with Dynamo.
I mean, that seems like a fair. So I'm gonna. I'll start off with my hashtag for the score prediction.
Oh, nice.
Right? Yeah, I'm gonna mix things up a little bit.
Okay.
My hashtag is hashtag.
Fantastic drabs.
I'm a little impressed with myself. I'm saying 2 goals to Houston, 1 goal to Columbus. They outscore us, we lose.
2-1.
Yep.
2-1 says the old man. Mark Vucinic, you are picking for the guest your score prediction, my friend.
I'll probably fuck the guests for the whole season with this, but
They've already fucked themselves.
I'm gonna go. Like I said, I'm gonna go optimistic. I think, 2 games ago, we did everything we could to start crossing the ball and dropping it back. It's just no one was making that run at the edge of the box. Last game, we basically just, Zardez's couple shots on goal were just pinged off of him on perfect low on the ground crosses. So I think we're going to be all right. I think the scoring is finally going to open up.
Hey.
I'm going to go with 3-2 Crew. I think we're going to
Wow.
You think we're going to go on the road
and score 3 goals?
And score
Some bangers,
3 goals.
And I think one of them's probably going to be a penalty.
You got to love the optimism.
We got to at least turn it around. All my teams suck right now. I need this. So
They
come
sure
on,
do.
Crew.
They sure do. Something happened, Brent? Nice. Alex Thomas, you are picking for yourself. Go ahead.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think there's an inevitable lightness of being for this team right now. I think Porter might be out of instruction at this point, just temporarily, and just tell the guys to fucking go out there. I know you're tired. Go do whatever the fuck you want and go win. And I think they're in a hostile environment, and I think that there's enough veteran leadership on this team that they're going to figure a way out to do it. And it might not be sexy, but I think we get the job done.
Wow.
So,
Sunshine Brigade.
I'm going 2-1.
All right.
Columbus. The marker's tired out.
Yeah.
Well, my hashtag is #no washcloth.
Dirty hippie. I
Just
find
no
that
washcloth?
utterly unsurprising.
#no washcloth. #tongues only.
Right. Tongues only.
Yeah.
No washcloth.
# it traps the water inside of you.
Yeah. Hashtag I want a moldy piece of cotton to yet again rub between
Gross.
You know you wash them in between uses, right?
Decrepit,
Filthy
old,
animal.
wrinkly California raisins ass cheeks.
Oh.
Come on, dude.
If you don't wash your ass, you're never going to get anybody's tongue anywhere near any
Nobody
of your
wants
parts.
California raisins ass cheeks, though.
Yeah, dude.
Gross.
#tongues only, but just as friends. Come on.
The moisturizing body scrub locks the moisture in.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it does.
Your friend can apply it
It's
for
like
you.
It's like you've never showered properly before, Drabs.
weird.
You angry, drunken old.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's
bitch.
angry.
Still using lava soap.
I say Cruisers
Hummus.
FC 0, Texas Boy Lads 2. # Team Sierra Berhalter. # definitely only girls. I'm the 3-4 man. # why would you say we were inside of each other as anything other than friends? # the R. Kelly of space travel. # did I take that too far? # no, that actually feels nice. # check on Darby, who is an elderly man and in danger of heat death.
Yes.
That's that. Drabs or Alex, what's GCG bag got going on this weekend?
They have, I don't know, maybe some reflection.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think they'll be here at Endeavor Brewing Company.
Oh, they could be.
Whereas, the saying is, get on in here, put that in your mouth.
Right.
And
Cup our love.
Cup my love into your cup.
Right. Pour my love in your cup and then try to tongue it.
And suck these hot nads.
#Incinerator.
#Incinerator. Darby, Save the Crew got any volunteer opportunities coming up?
Now we saved the crew.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Suck on these. Suck on
Van
these
Buren
hot
Shelter
nads.
can probably still take donations. They're renovating their kitchen.
About fucking time. I hope they get a dishwasher that works.
I think they're doing some serious stuff. So
Nice. Excellent. Well, that was fun, lads. An hour and 52 minutes of debauchery and depressed soccer
We're out of
talk.
here before Zadar's out of there.
That's right.
With his wizard glove.
Yeah, dude, he's watching Thanos destroy a
I bet
Captain
he
Planet.
has to piss so bad right now.
Where's the pens?
That's right. On behalf of benevolent corporate overlord sponsors, Blood, Urine, Spit, Salivia, Foot Golf, Larry Turd, and the dead rotting corpse of Kevin Burns, my name is the continuing champion Carol Seaver, a.k.a. the R. Kelly of space travel. And all Lord Guillermo's people said, suck on these hot nads.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
Please have a party. Feed us drinks. Get us laid.
Dude, don't pretend like you're busy working or something, dude. You're in bed, looking, watching PlayStation or something like that.
That's the word on the street.